This conference will now be recorded.
So this video I am showing how to reset the root password. Suppose sometimes we forget the root password. So how can we reset it? So what we have to do is we have to boot the system and we have to press E for editing, and we have to do the kernel line, and we have to do add some rd.break, and we have to start it. So what we are going to do is, so I am in the Linux system, so maybe forget the root password, so maybe not remembering the password. So what I have to do is I have to reset the system first. So I'm going to reset the system. We know that computer starting time, so it will start with the BIOS, and then it will go to the bootloader. So Linux is using a grep bootloader, and we can edit the bootloader prompt. We have to edit it. So it is going to start now. So we have to boot the system, and we have to do E for editing. So kernel line we have to add rd.break. One line we have to add here, and we have to start it. And when we start this, it will go to some single user and it will start now. So it is going to start now. So this mode, it is not full file system. Everything is not fully properly mounted. So the file system is mounted into this folder, sysroot folder. Original root file system is mounted here and with a read-only permission. So we are going to remount it with the read-write permission that we are going to do. So we are going to see it is starting now. So we have to go here in this kernel line. What we have to do is we have to edit this, and we have to go to the one kernel line. So we can see that this is the line which is starting with the kernel is the Linux system. So this line is starting with the kernel. So here we can see the kernel information is there, boot, VM, Linux, everything. So we can give control E. We have to go to the end of the line and we have to type rd dot break, and we have to give control X after that. So it will going to start now. So it is going to start in a minimum single user mode. It is going to start. So now we have to do this. We have to remount the file system into read-write mode, and change root command we have to do, because original root file system is mounted already in the sysroot. We are doing some changing root file system. We are doing swapping or something. Change root file system we are giving. So these commands we are going to do. We have to wait for this to be started. So then we can see that now we can directly change the password. Root password we can change it, and we have to give some touch auto relabel command, because SC Linux context and everything we want to do correct it by using touch relabel command. So these are the options we are giving. We started the system and we are typing E for in the boot prompt, boot menu, grep menu. We have to E for edit, and the kernel line we have to give add rd.break. So we have to add it correctly. So then it is going to start in the single user mode. So then we have to do this mount using rewriting mode. We are going to do that.
This conference will now be recorded.
So I am giving a command mount -o remount. So I'm going to remount the file system, and actually we can check that. Otherwise we can check the file system by mount command. We can check it. So now I'm giving remounting the file system, mount -o remount, and comma rw read write, and we are giving the sysroot folder. It is already, file system is already mounted in sysroot, so we are going to remount it now. So now we have to do chroot. The original root file system is we are going to change it to sysroot, because now otherwise root file system is we are rooted with a minimum root file system. We are doing chroot and we are changing it. So now we can see that if we are in the original root file system, and now we have to change the password of the root user. So I can give password root, and I can change the password of the new user. So the root user password we are going to change. So now we reset the password now. Now we can reset the password. But now what we have to do, one more command we have to do is touch slash dot relabel command we have to do. So we have to relabel command we have to do. And we have to do exit 2 times. So when we do exit 2 times, it will log into the normal prompt. So we can see that it is logging out and restarting. It is like will go to the normal mode. So it will go to the Linux login we will get. So we are just going to start now. We have to know that it will we can give the new password. Now I changed the password, and we can give this new password after some time. You have to wait for this to start the system. We can see that Dennis is going to start now. So we are booting the system, and in the edit we are giving edit. In the grep mode we are editing, and we are going to type rd.break control X, and we have given this 2.3 file system. Because we are starting in this mode means original root file system is not correctly mounted, because it is mounted in the sysroot directory. So that we are doing change root we are giving first. So that is we are doing. We have to wait for this to be started, and now it is going to start now.
This conference will now be recorded.
So we can able to log into the system. So these are all the steps we are doing. We are editing the kernel line, and we are remounting the root file system, and we are changing the password, and touch exit we are giving, and we can give exit two times. Then we can change the root password. So physical security is very important. So anybody got the system physically, and they can reset the password.